And the river still shines and shimmers in the light as it did in our grandfather's day, when they rode all night to fish in the morning and lived in Willapa Bay.
All right, so first up tonight from McCall, Idaho, Lou Broderick, a long-time Alaska fisherman there in Copper River, Prince William Sound, both gill netting and seining, Bristol Bay guy as well. And he's going to bring you some tunes. I think Lou's about. Where are you, Lou? Lou Broderick. Lou. Maybe I got my order wrong. Is it Lou next up? It's Mary? Mary! Mary says, am I first? I go, no, you're not first, you're last. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. Mary. I'll get it for you, Cappy. This is how we do this. Mary's a local gal from Long Beach, and she's worked in fisheries, and she's the voice of the Columbia River watershed and ruby-throated, and is a charter member of the FisherPoets Gathering. She's been doing this for us for many years. Thank you, Mary.
Many years. Oh, I didn't lose my glasses, did I? No, I think I'm good. Don't see my glasses. That's okay. They're somewhere. Just had them. They're blue if anyone sees them. I think I feel them. Okay, I'm going to sing one about Hawaiians who are very important in the whole history here. They were brought with an agreement from the king of Hawaii. Thank you. They were almost enslaved. They were called indentured. They were almost enslaved. It's very, very sad history, but they're very important here. And they were used to paddle, of course, and they were also used as divers and other jobs like blacksmith and cook. And it talks about the Métis, and the Métis were also very important. They came here with Lewis and Clark. They are, if you don't know, a combination generally of a particular First Nation tribe in Canada and European, I think mostly Scottish or Orkney. Okay, sing Kanaka sing. All you have to do is say sing Kanaka sing. Sing, Kanaka, sing, what joy your music brings. Sing for us as loud as you can, maybe you'll be our shanty man. Sing, Kanaka, sing, dance, Kanaka, dance. The Métis men will give you a chance. Up one and down the middle, they're the ones who can play the fiddle. Dance, Kanaka, dance. Dive, Kanaka, dive. How many pilings can you drive? Dive right down to the riverbed, water flowing right over your head. Dive, Kanaka, dive. Pray, Kanaka, pray, that the fever won't take you away. Pray for the babies you left by the sea, that one of these days you'll be set free. Pray, Kanaka, pray. Speak, Kanaka, speak. You've been here over a week. You won't need a teacher or a book. The language here is called Chinook. Speak, Kanaka, speak. Paddle, Kanaka, paddle. You're halfway to Seattle. Soon be reaching Cowlitz Landing. The portage there is quite demanding. Paddle, Kanaka, paddle. Sing, Kanaka, sing. What joy your music brings. Sing for us as loud as you can. Maybe you'll be our shanty man. Sing, Kanaka, sing. Oh, great. Oh, got some great singers from Portland and from here and all over the place. See if this helps. Might. A little bit. Somebody always asks me, you're going to sing the smelting song, so I will sing the smelting song. It's smelting. You know about smelts, right? Yeah. Around Kelso especially. And the natives used them as candles. They were called candlefish, I believe. And Catholics used them for Lent because you could just go down the river and scoop up, your fish. Okay, smelting. The last line is the pride of the Cowlitz and food for us all. I cannot sing. Where's my eye doctor? I mean, I can't see. I can't see. When the banks are all muddy, the rain it is pelting, the river is cold from the snow that is melting. You wait for the word, it's time to go smelting. The pride of the Cowlitz and food for us all. From all around Kelso and from the Rose Valley, we meet in a place they call Fisherman's Alley. We wonder each year how much fish we will tally. The pride of the Cowlitz and food for us all. The boats all assemble and form in a cluster with long swinging poles. Say, watch it there, Buster. You dip there all night with all the strength you can muster. The pride of the Cowlitz and gift for us all. You might want a boat that is flat on the bottom. Tip yourself over as soon as you got 'em. Nice to remember how easy we caught 'em. The pride of the Cowlitz and food for us all. When the barrels are full, they are brought to the station where a boxcar is waiting for some destination, where the sure to love smelt God's finest creation. The pride of the Cowlitz and food for us all. We know that tomorrow our bones will be aching, our lives can be hard, but here's food for the taking. We cannot complain, for it's money we're making. The pride of the Cowlitz and food for us all. Thank you. I saw this little film in the Cowlitz County Historical Building, and how they dipped it. They'd stand in the boats and had baskets, you know, and swing them around, and it's quite acrobatic. I'm used to people just going down and, you know, scooping them up, ladle. And this is a sad song about, and everything to do with crabbing this year has been sort of sad, a little bit sad. This is last year. It's an Irish tune, the Fanny Power, and it's about somebody named Bryson Fitch, whose boat was lost in Willapa Bay. He was a crabber, and the community kept these searches going forever and ever, and vigils and everything. And I went to something in Olympia this summer and sang this, and some of the friends and family came up and said, "Oh, that was our Bryson Fitch." Ugh. You never know. Okay, here's the tune. The pilot house kept rolling home. That's a lot. I tend to write 3 and then one little refrain. So the pilot house kept rolling home. You'll recognize the tune. On a February day, a boat went down the Ethel May. At the mouth of Willapa Bay, the pilot house kept rolling home. Daylight came for you and me, the last thing we would hope to see. The pilot house had broken free. The pilot house kept rolling home. If a pilot house could stay afloat, why not then a crabbing boat in a place so distant and remote? The pilot house kept rolling home. Bay Center lost a favorite son. His family's grief can't be undone. Bryson Fitch, the precious one, the pilot house kept rolling home. Which is true. They had these pictures in the paper that were very iconic of only the pilot house floating home. Yeah. And this is a happier song. Yeah, the fishing is not always totally happy, I guess. It's about smokehouse, and it's in Stella, which is, I'm from Longview, down up the river, and Stella was very close. My father had he was a postman, and he had a mail route there. So we'd go there a bit. And Ole Olson's in here again, yep. And the person he worked with, the little smokery they had, was named Ole Olson, of course. Okay, smokehouse. Nope, nothing to repeat here. Oh well, just hum along. I meet him in the smokehouse where the smoke curls to the sky, and the sparks from sawdust burning bring a stinging to my eye. He is golden in the sunset and the breaking of the day, chopping fallen cedar as his work gets underway. He is golden in the sunset and the breaking of the day, chopping fallen cedar as his work gets underway. When the fish are running and he has a lot to spare, he'll cut them down the middle and just hang them in the air, like his father did in Norway and his father did before, and the Indians who flourished here upon this very shore, like his father did in Norway and his father did before, and the Indians who flourished here upon this very shore. Now salmon will be kippered and salmon will be canned, but the ones out in the smokehouse are the joy of Ole's hands. He knows just when to turn them and to cut them thin or thick, and the oilier the better, says my Ole, that's the trick. And he knows just when to cut them and turn them thin or thick, and the oilier the better, says my Ole, that's the trick. My father says, dear daughter, it is my fondest wish that you marry no Norwegian, they always smell of fish. But it makes my heart to jumpin' when he walks in through that door. If he smells of kippered salmon, then I love him all the more. But it makes my heart to jumpin' when he walks in through that door. If he smells of kippered salmon, then I love him all the more. Some men shine like diamonds and some men shine like gold. Ole Olsen shines like sunlight and he's mine to have and hold. I'll work beside him in the smokehouse by Stella's bright cascade, and he will be my sunshine and I will be his shade. I'll work beside him in the smokehouse by Stella's bright cascade, and he will be my sunshine and I will be his shade. Oh, that's romantic, isn't it? How's time? We're okay? Oh, I think he said it was okay. You know about the tsunami in, or the Fukushima in Japan? And we were getting their boats, their refrigerators, their stuffing from their sofas. It was always washing up here. So that's sort of how universal this all is. It's philosophical somehow. I'm not a philosopher, but I know it's there. And I know that they had a poetry contest called Fishing's in Our Blood, right? A few years back, yeah. So this is about a Japanese person. It's a true story. He leapt into his boat and he went right into the tsunami, somehow to save his island. I don't know quite what one had to do with the other, but I don't know. And the tune is an old Irish tune. Fishing's in our blood, now our boats are filled with mud, and our docks are smashed and scattered far and wide, and our nets and floats and gear are taken far from here, and they drift upon the ocean and the tide. Island folk are we who make our living from the sea. We know too well the shaking of the ground. I jumped into my boat, though fear was in my throat, and I passed by many men I knew would drown. For the island to be saved, I had to head into that wave. I did what any fisherman would do, 30 meters high, and it blotted out the sky, and I had to just hold on and plow on through. You across the seas who gather our debris, do you hear our cries above the ocean's roar? And as our boats wash in, do you think of all those men who will have fishing in their hearts forevermore? Who was that? Well, what should we sing? Do I still? What? What about an Irish song? I'll do an Irish song. Irish. Got St. Patrick's Day coming up. Well, this is more about immigration. It's actually about the potato famine, but it's called The Pride of Dunquin, where my ancestors are pretty much from there. Once we had fishes that swam by our shore. Once we had flax and potatoes galore. The kindest of neighbors, our own kith and kin, such as young Nora Garvey, the pride of Dunquin. She made the fine butter and spun the fine wool. Ah, those were the days when our bellies were full. The likes of her beauty we'll not see again. Sweet Nora Garvey, the pride of Dunquin. We prayed that Lord Ventry would build us a boat so strong and substantial to keep us afloat. We would sail to a port where they let Irish in. Would have saved Nora Garvey, the pride of Dunquin. But the boat was not built and the ship did not sail. We watched our young Nora grow feeble and pale. Our fine strapping maiden grew famished and thin. Farewell, Nora Garvey, the pride of Dunquin. In St. Catherine's churchyard we said prayers for her soul. Not a man had the strength for to dig her a hole. There's a new Celtic cross where a rock cairn had been. Rest in peace, Nora Garvey, the pride of Dunquin. I think she's a relative, but I don't know. That's it?
Bait scalloping was a livelihood for most of us here. Mackerel clouds overhead are moving on. We call it a sailor's sky, and the wind lightens, flattening the water, bringing a following tide.
Thank you for joining us here to talk about FisherPoets Gathering. Can you tell me your name, please?
I'm Charlie Becker.
Charlie, I am so happy to meet you. Are you an Astoria local, or did you come from?
I'm a dual citizen. I'm from Portland and Astoria.
So you are well qualified to come to the Astoria FisherPoets Gathering.
Plus I'm an old sailor, so that doesn't hurt. Oh. I'm an old Navy sailor.
Perfect.
And I will say it's such a delight. The performances here, more than that, the seminar is taught by these real pros, who are real pros at their literal thing, their poetry and the way they present. So there's a great deal for all of us to learn, I think, going through this. I'm also a bit of a mandolin player myself, so I kind of fade in with this sort of thing. It's very artsy too. Yeah.
That's fantastic. And I've heard the workshops are really, really good as well. So I'm glad you're
very good on doing your writing. These guys on the water, evidently they occupy themselves doing their writing. They're really remarkably creative. I'm sure you must observe the same thing. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah. Charlie, how many years have you been doing this?
I'm about 4 years into this one. Okay, and it is kind of new to me, but about 4 years. But I fit right in, and well, for the most part. But there's really a community of people on the water who come here, and I do feel that most of us don't know what it's like to be on that water out there. So here it is brought for us. We get a sense of it, and I appreciate it. I appreciate that.
Well, I know it's only Friday. We haven't had the Saturday performances yet, but what's been your favorite part so far?
I think some of the workshops I attended yesterday, which involved your writing of your content and the telling of your story, because we do have stories, and so much of this really is about stories, and it has broad application for stories of all sorts. And so they teach you how to prompt yourself, how you might get enthusiastic, how to present, and really how to find your voice. I mean, really, isn't that what it is? Most of us want to find our voice in what we do.
You know what? We are so lucky we got to talk to you today. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you. Likewise.
Appreciate it.